this our next seminar, Run in General Practice. This is a very unique seminar that we have designed, and we are very much obliged for all the speakers who have been accepting our request to present their work in this unique seminar run in general practice. As we all know, it is very difficult sometimes to treat some non healing wounds, burn wounds, and many other types of wounds that we come across in our general practice. बहुत बार ऐसे होता है कि हम व्रण की ट्रीटमेंट जानते हैं करते हैं लेकिन फिर भी वह वुंड डेहिसंस होता है और वह व्रण ठीक नहीं होता। तो इस सेमिनार में हम कोशिश करेंगे कि हमारे जो स्पीकर्स है वो अलग अलग टाइप के मोडालिटीज जो आज हमारे आयुर्वेद में उपलब्ध है उनका प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन इस व्रण के सेमिनार में करेंगे। I am obliged to have a prolific speaker, Dr. Pankaj Kumar Burman sir, as our first speaker of this Vrana series. Sir has completed his graduation from Guwahati University in the year of 1997. His post-graduation from MS and MSIU in Shalyatantra Department Faculty of Ayurveda from Institute of Medical Science, Banaras Hindi University in 2002. Sir has also been a PhD scholar under Sri Mata Sankardeva University of Health Sciences, Guwahati, Assam. Sir has joined as a lecturer in the Department of Shalyatantra in Government Ayurved College, Guwahati in 2003. Presently working as associate professor since 9 years in the same department. Sir has a vast experience of 17 years in teaching in undergraduate and postgraduate level as Sir is a specialist in anorectal surgeries, abdominal surgeries, hernia repair, wound care, and specifically in the management of Dagda Vran, that is burn care management, which is his subject today. His memberships include National Sushruta Association. He has to his account 20 national and 10 international publications as well. Sir has given 20 paper presentations as a resource person as well. He was awarded the Sushruta Ratna Award 2017 from National Sushrut Association India and many more accolades to his name. We contacted sir, he is a very busy person, but he accepted our request in the first go as it is his subject of interest as well. So I welcome you, Dr. Burman sir, on Shreyas e-learning behalf and request you to start your session now. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, organizer. Uh, Good afternoon. I am Dr. Pankaj Kumar Burman, HOD and Associate Professor, Department of Cheltenham Government Ayurvedic College, Guwahati. Today I will present the topic of Dobrona and its Ayurvedic management, a scientific study. Burn injury, which has been a challenging problem for mankind since the time immemorial, and is one of the top cause of death and disability worldwide. The concept of burn and management is found in medical literature in all ancient civilizations from Sumerian to India. Description of burn wound management in ancient Indian civilization, that is in Ayurveda, is found from the time of Charak Samhita to Sushrut to modern era of modern era. Sushrut Samhita is the treasure house of basic surgical knowledge, including general surgery to plastic surgery to orthopedic surgery. In Sushrut Samhita, description of etiology, clinical features, diagnosis, and management of the burn is found. Burn wound management in
Hello, Dr. Pankaj sir. Sir, your voice is not coming. Hello, Pankaj sir. Hello. Hello, Pankaj sir, your voice is not coming, sir.
अभी आ रहा है? हेलो,
हाँ सर.
आ रहा है?
हाँ सर, अभी आ रहा है सर. सर, लास्ट स्लाइड से शुरू करेंगे ना, बीच में वो वॉइस चला गया था सर.
अच्छा, कोई किस में वॉइस चला गया था?
प्रीवियस स्लाइड सर.
Okay. From this classification of Barnum. Okay.
हाँ सर, आप स्क्रीन शेयर कीजिए सर
Okay,
फिर
can I
से.
proceed?
सर, आपका स्क्रीन प्लीज शेयर कीजिए प्लीज. हाँ, बरोबर सर.
अच्छा, शेयर करो.
स्क्रीन शेयर कीजिए सर. हाँ सर, अभी इसी प्रेजेंटेशन ओपन कीजिए सर.
अच्छा. Okay. Hello.
यस सर.
Hello.
यस सर. यस सर.
Hello.
सर प्लीज
ठीक है?
कंटिन्यू.
हाँ, ठीक.
यस सर, प्लीज कंटिन्यू सर.
Okay. In Shishil Samhita, Itatha Dagda is classified into four in terms of Klusta, Dodak, Sammok, and Otidagda, which are identical to first degree, second degree, third degree, and fourth degree burn of modern era of surgery. Classification of burn wound in Ayurveda, it is Snigdha and Ruksha, that means wet, that is oil, water, heat, etc. And Ruksha is dry, which are flame, heated metallic object, etc. And it is identical in modern medicine. This is scaled is wet, flame, flash, contact burn, electric burn, all are dry in nature. So the concept is almost same. According to degree of burn, this in Ayurveda these are divided into Klusta, Dudagda, Sammak, and Otidagda. And in current practice. These are first degree burn, second degree burn, third degree burn, and fourth degree burn. Considering the etiology and degree of classification of burn, almost similar views are observed in the era of Sushruta with the modern era. Pathophysiology. Sushrutas views is that object with temperature in contact with the human body, heat, that is Agni, transmitted to the tissue, that is Dhatu, and enter the capillaries containing blood, that is Rakta, then leakage of body fluid, that is Ras, causing blister. In another way, this heat, which is similar quality with Pitta, heat with Pitta, Agni and Pitta, facilitate the release of inflammatory mediators causing burning sensation, Daha, and pain, Vedana. And it is followed by fever, jar, dehydration, that is Krishna with sepsis. So in a modern era, this contact with a burning material, inflammatory process started, systemic inflammatory response syndrome in different degree, alteration of metabolic, cardiovascular, gastrointestinal, and coagulative system, increased cellular, endothelial, and epithelial permeability, and typical hemodynamic alteration, manifested with a coagulative type of necrosis, blister, burning sensation, and hypovolemia, followed by sepsis. So, almost similar opinion to understand the principle of pathophysiology of burn in the ancient era with modern era of surgery found. Clinical features. In cluster, there will be plistati otimatron, discoloration, boibrana without blister. And in first degree burn involve only epidermis and never blister. So it is identical. In Dudagda, there is photo, that is blister. So, daho, rago, pako, severe pain, redness, suppuration, and pain. Uh, and in second degree burn, so in superficial second degree dermal burn, it is pink, homogeneous, normal capillary refilling, painful, moist, intact hair follicle with blister. And in deep burn, second degree burn, this is motile or white, delayed or absence of capillary refill, dry and increased sensation or insensate, and non-intake of hair follicle with blister. So the features is identical with superficial and deep dermal burn with Rudagda. In Soimak Dagda, without the features of Oti Dagdam, color like Pokko Talafula Varnam, Susongstitum, all these are identical with third degree burn of a modern era. In Oti Dagda, these are sloughing out, this Mamsa Avalambatam, Gatra Vislisha, all these things which are identical with the description of fourth degree burn. So the ancient knowledge of degree of burn was based on the clinical presentation, which is almost identical with the current knowledge of burn injury. Clinical examination will go for usually submit pariksha for this dogda burn. This is also burn. So similar thing for this follows in modern era of principles of management. In Samhita base, when you go for this Brahma Sikitsa, Siddha Brahma Sikitsa, and all these things, the basic principle is the removal of the cause, Nidan Parivarjanam, management according to the degree of burn. It is nicely described in Susut Samhita Sutrastan 12. This different principles for Plusto, Drudagda, Sonmog, and Atidagda with different dressing material. Management of dehydration, Krishna, and the fever. Local wound care, this is institute early cleaning and debridement of the burnt tissue, and both prakshalana and all these things are done. Irrigation and surgical debridement both. Application of ointment according to degree of burn. Institute Samhita, different drug described for different degree of burn. Indicated and contraindicated diet and regimen Pacha for Branit as they are in Institute Samhita. And in current concept, stop the burning process, withdrawal from the source of burn, early resuscitation from burns of fluid resuscitation, pain control, infection control, all these things, local wound care and early grafting or debridement of the burn tissue and application of antimicrobial ointment, nutritional support, psychosocial care and revolution. So, similar view regarding general principles of management of burn injury in ancient era with current practice observed, except early grafting and fluid resuscitation, which is not found in Sushruta Samhita. Principles of treatment in Sushruta Samhita describe everybody. You know all these things. I will skip this. Then these are the preparation you describe in Sushruta Samhita, and we have in hand practical knowledge. We use this first one modosely study, uh, Ropan Grit, which is described in Sushruta Samhita Sutrastan 12 oblique 27 28. And we go again apply to Turoxiradi grit in another study. I have no experience of using this Zactadi tail and Sargeras and all this other whatever the drug described in this in Ayurveda. So Ayurvedic nutritional support, already you know what are the indicated diet and the regimen. Almost all the when we go through this, either these are rich in carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. So I will not go in details about this. So in our institute, we have completed 2 clinical studies scientifically with modosely study Ropan grit and Tugoxari grit. So dressing material for burn in Ayurveda, there are different types of herbal ointment described in Ayurvedic classics for different degree of burn injury like Kristo, Durdagda, Sanmoga, Natidagda. In Sushruta Samhita, a Krita-based formulation is selected in our study for this study in our institute, which is already I have mentioned all these things. This reference is Sutrastan 12 oblique 27 28. This Madhuslista, Madhuka, Rudra, Sarjaras, Manjista, Sandan, and Murva. In this clinical study, this formulation is applied as dressing material for a second degree burn. Materials and method. Theme of the study of clinical efficacy of Ropan grit in second degree burn, Dog as local application, sample size 300, number of patients of second degree burn already treated, type of study, randomized open clinical study, place of work, Government Ayurvedic College, Guwahati, financial support, Srimanta Sankardev University of Health Sciences, Guwahati, ethical clearance from Institutional Ethical Committee, Government Ayurvedic College, Guwahati, drug preparation, Rasasala, Government Ayurvedic College, Guwahati, drug analysis in drug testing laboratory of same institute, duration 2015 to 2020, duration of trial till completion of the treatment, and data recorded maximum for 8 weeks. Estimation of the burn wound was done following the modified rule of 9. Size of the wound was measured along with length, breadth, and depth. Daily dressing of the wound was done in the morning following all aseptic measures. After proper debridement and irrigation, the herbal preparation was smeared over the wound surface gently, and the wound is covered with sterile bandage. No paraffin gauze was required to cover the wound. After proper debridement and irrigation, the herbal preparation was smeared over the wound surface gently, and the wound is covered with sterile bandage. No paraffin gauze was required to cover the wound as the drug contained natural paraffin-like material from the beeswax and grit. In selective cases, elastic pressure bandage was also used, especially in the joint involvement. A standard proforma was prepared and the data recorded. Standard protocol follows for use of required systemic drug like fluid resuscitation, antibiotics, analgesic, etc. So this is the proforma we follow here. Is it visible? Hello, is it visible? We follow this proforma. We put all this information here. Then ultimately we get which whether it is in first degree burn or second degree, third degree. Then accordingly we choose the patient. Inclusion criteria. Second degree burn, age 3 to 60 years of age of either sex, new cases and referred cases from other hospital, patient up to 40% total burn body surface area, exclusion more than 40% total burn body surface area, third degree and fourth degree burn, any involvement of vital organs, electric burn, chemical burn, patient with diabetic mellitus, pregnancy, HIV, hepatitis B, C positive cases we excluded from the study. Criteria for withdrawal: discontinuation of the treatment during trial by the patient. Two cases left our this treatment. Development of any complications. We just stop this drug and go for other modalities of treatment. Any side effect of the drug like burning sensation, etc. Assessment criteria. Assessment was done on the basis of subjective and objective parameters planned for the study. Treatment protocol. Hospital admission and burn center referral. It is very important for practitioners which case to be admitted in the hospital and which case not to be admitted in the hospital. Which case to be referred to a specific burn care center. It is very important. Burn severity and classification. This is very important. We have this pro forma when we fill up all these things. We get all the information. Burn center referral criteria. We should choose which case to be, whether it is a medical legal case, whether there is an any crisis, whether it required an ICU level care. Then we'll have to refer this case to nearer burn care center. Transport and transfer protocol is there. Then in emergency care, when we get the case, how to maintain airway, breathing, cold application, and circulation, how to go for dressing, A, B, C, D, E, and emergency assessment. This is very important for burn wound management. In each and every case, we give tetanus toxoid. If the burn is more than 30%, we usually put in the rail stove to prevent gastric ulcer. Gastric decompression is very important for it. Pain control. In most of the cases we go for narcotic analgesic because it is in these cases, burn cases, already the crisis hypovolemia resulting reduced perfusion pressure. So we really go for narcotic analgesic. Infection control. The aim is to prevent local wound infection. Pneumonia is one of the killer for burn. Urinary tract infection, supported thrombophlebitis, bacterial endocarditis, chondritis, etc. to be prevented. So we choose this antibiotics according to this. Psychosocial care is very important. Care of burn wound in the next few days, and nutrition. It is very important protocol. We maintain this in our study. So treatment protocol: indication of intravenous fluid or fluid. If adult more than 15 to 20% of burn, definitely we admit the case. Otherwise, we take the case without the fluid. Then patient may be in OPD level. Then children more than 10% burn, we always admit and give parenteral fluid. Electric burn, always lots of things are there. Though we keep it in exclusion criteria, still we are treating successfully electric burn also. That is a different chapter. The pathophysiology is different in electric burn. Really, our drug is effective for wound healing. Elderly patient with pre-existing cardiac and pulmonary diseases. Then we'll have to select all these things. Be careful. We'll be very careful where to choose this fluids. Fluid resuscitation is different for first 24 hours to next 48 hours to after 48 hours. So there is qualitative and quantitative changes for this. A burn surgeon should be very much well acquainted with all this. Then in our hospital, we usually follow Parkland formula, that is for first 24 hours, 4 ml into per kg per percentage of burn. Here the first 50% we give in first 8 hours of the burn, and next 50% we give in the next 16 hours of burn. So one thing to be clear that when we go for the pro forma, there we read that age of burn is very important. Means if burn at 10 a.m. and patient arrived at 12 noon, then we calculate this fluid from 12 to next 10. That is in 22 hours we will calculate all these things. So these are very interesting things. Assessment of correct fluid estimation is very important. Patient should be with stable vital data. Sensorium should be excellent. And urine output anyway should not be less than 0.5 ml per kg body weight per hour. This is very important because already there is a hypovolemia resulting reduced perfusion pressure, urea creatinine may raise, and patient may go for ARF. So urine output estimation is very important. In all these cases, we go for catheterization for monitoring the urine output. Ideal ideal fluid for first 24 hours in our center, we usually select ringer lactate, and in certain cases there is a normal saline also which will be doing to give if there is features of hyponatremia. Then fluid to be avoided in first 24 hours. In our center, we never give dextrose containing fluid for first 24 hours, as because in all these cases there become endocrinal response resulting hyperglycemia may lead to glycosuria. So we avoid dextrose containing fluid. Chances of edema, leakage of this colloid infusion, so colloid we never prefer. And blood transfusion, if there is no pre-requisition, means pregnancy with anemia with pregnancy or this, otherwise we never go for blood transfusion. So first fluid therapy after 24 hours, then after 24 hours, first we reduce their fluid to 50% for first 1 hour. Then we go for assessment of urine output. If it is satisfactory, then we go 50% reduction. That means 50% reduction from first 24 hours is sufficient. But in most of the cases, there is requirement is another 25%. So in my opinion, if there is in my opinion, in most of the cases, only we should reduce 25% volume of first 24 hours for the next 24 hours. And fluid is will be definitely different. Endocrinal response will go on, so there will be need of dextrose, then with sodium and potassium and bicarbonate. So in the next 24 hours, we usually select the DNS and ringer lactate, all this. Then fluid therapy after 48 hours, that means in most of the cases, the first 48 hours is very important. Then after this, patient usually becomes stable. Then we go for maintenance fluid, 100 ml per kg body weight for first 10 hours, 10 kgs, then 50 ml per kg body weight to 10 to 20 kgs, then 20 ml per kg body weight above that 20, plus evaporation loss, that is 1 ml per kg body weight per percentage of burn. So local